What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Mornings with Lee Hammock, your favorite self-aware narcissist, me. Today's episode, y'all, we're going to be talking about how sometimes it's too late for your narcissistic partner. Sometimes it's just too late for them to say, I'm sorry. Sometimes it's too late for them to try to change their behaviors. Sometimes it's too late for them to be nice to you. Too late all over. Too late for y'all relationship, right? Before we hop deep into today's episode, y'all, if you haven't already, make sure to check out my kids' book. Remember, it's not your fault. It's a conversation starter to talk to your kids about toxic relationship dynamics, telling them the truth, setting boundaries, and all of the other good stuff, y'all. Make sure you check it out on Amazon. Remember, it's not your fault. But yes, you can find everything of mine, y'all, at mentalhealness.net. You'll see it scrolling across the bottom of the screen. But yes. Y'all, sometimes it's too late. And this kind of builds into, like, I'll say this right here. This kind of builds into, like, when you're leaving a toxic relationship, right? You're getting out of the toxic relationship and your narcissistic partner, or you're about to leave. You feel like you're about to leave. Maybe you've had a conversation with them. Maybe you haven't had a conversation with them about leaving. And then maybe they've done this, maybe they've done that. And then at the end of the day, this person starts to change their behaviors. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, they start being nice out of nowhere. Maybe you tell them that you're going to leave. And all of a sudden, they'll start being nice out of nowhere. Just like, well, they start cooking and cleaning and making breakfast, cooking dinner for you and things like that. Bring you breakfast in bed. You know, give you more affection than you normally accustomed to. And then you're like, damn, I appreciate this. But it doesn't change your mind on leaving. And then this can cause some confusion for you right here. This can make you feel bad. Like, they are becoming the person you've wanted them to be, but it's just too late. You don't feel moved by it. You don't feel inspired by it. And in fact, you just feel kind of bad. You're like, this seems kind of fake. You know, why didn't you do this before? When I was begging you to do it, when I was begging you to change, when I was begging you to treat me better, why didn't you do this before? Why are you waiting till I'm on my way out the door to try to change your behaviors? Why are you waiting till I'm doing this type of stuff right here to try to act right? Why are you doing this now? Why now? And that part right there can really mess with you. And that's what I'm trying to lock down on you right here. That part right there can really do a number on your mind, because you're like, what the hell is going on? Why couldn't you have been this person before? Why couldn't you have behaved before? Why did you have to act this way right now when I'm on my way out of the door, as opposed to when I was just trying to make things work with you? Why are you acting like this? Why are you behaving like this? This is how a lot of narcissist minds work. They try to turn it on at the end. It's like some narcissists, right? I feel like, and I really believe this, some narcissists have like a damn sixth sense where they can sense it when you're about to move on. They can sense it when you're unhappy. Now, that doesn't mean that they will treat you better. Just because they can feel like you're about to move on does not guarantee that they will treat you better at all. I will say that. Just because you're about to move on, it does not guarantee that they're going to treat you any better. I feel like I had to repeat that. I had to put that on repeat for y'all. Moving on does not, like, moving on, like I said, or you, like I said, what did I say? My mind just went blank right there. Like, they can sense that you're about to move on, and they start to treat you better. It doesn't mean that it will guarantee that it will last a long time. It's just the fact that they sense you're disconnecting. They will start to turn their behaviors around. They'll start doing. Let me mention this right here, y'all. Sometimes when you're on the way out the door, they'll start changing their behaviors, and then you know it's manipulation, because sometimes you don't even tell them what you want them to do. Like, you've told them in the past, and they just argue with you. They just refuse to change their behaviors. But now that you want to leave, now that you're telling them that you're going to file for divorce, now they want to do this stuff without you asking. And that right there, in and of itself, should show you that these people, some of these people, are being extremely manipulative. They know how to make you happy. They just been actively choosing not to. And that can take you for a wild ride right there. You be like, damn, well, Lee, that hurts my feelings a little bit. Because why don't they just treat me better? Why can't they just care? Why do they have to do this? Why do they have to do that? Why do they have to do this crazy back and forth stuff? Why can't they just behave from the very beginning and give me my peace and my space and the grace to grow? Why do they have to do this right now? And like I said, that can confuse the hell out of you. It's like, because they're being manipulative. They just chose not to do it because they didn't really want to do it. They feel like they didn't need to do it. They feel like whether or not they did it or not, you wouldn't leave. And a lot of them, they still don't believe that you're going to leave. Like, you can file for divorce and they still think that they have a chance to fix things. You can tell them, like, it's too late. There's nothing you can do. You don't need to go to like they might come home one day after you told them that you filed for divorce. They might come home one day. You're like, where you coming from? Well, you kind of late. And they're like, oh, I just left my first therapy session. I just started therapy. Had to be a better version of myself. You've been asking them to go to therapy for 10 years. Now, on your way out the door, they want to go to therapy. And again, this is one of those confusing times right here for you, because it still might be too late. It might very well be too late for them. Like, them going to therapy, you feel a certain type of way about it, but it doesn't change your decision. It might be too late. And like, there's nothing wrong in your mind with it being too late. Even if they're becoming the person you've always been asking them to be, there's nothing wrong with it being too late. Like, for you, like, you still don't have to change. Like, you don't have to change your mind because they're changing their behaviors for a little while. The greatest change is the greatest thing is consistent change behavior. You see what I'm saying? How are they handling conflict now? If they start buying you gifts and try to love bomb you, and at the end of the relationship, it's manipulation. Say, like, you don't have to accept every gift from this person. You don't have to accept every gift. If you don't accept it, see how they respond. If you don't accept the gift, if you don't accept the behavior alterations or the changes that they've been making, if you don't just graciously thank them and praise them for making these few changes that they might have made for a little while, you'll see their true character rise to the surface again. If they really made changes and you just say, oh, thanks for doing that, but I'm still not leaving, or I'm still not staying, they might stop doing it immediately. What the hell what you did? Bye. I'm gonna go sleep with somebody else. A person who's really working on themselves, like, look, you can still, like, I understand it might be too late for us. I'm still going to do the work anyway, because I have to learn how to live by myself. You're not going to be here. I have to learn how to, adjust my life. So I'm still these behaviors that I'm doing, I have to learn them anyway, because it's going to help me move forward in my life next. That's the type of response that you could want right there, as opposed to them just being manipulative and just like, oh, I'm stopping there. Again, the second thing I said could be manipulation as well. They could very well be saying, hey, look, this is what's going to happen. This is how it's going to go down. And then they get you, right? They could got you, going to get you. That happens too. So this is a very unique space to be in when you're dealing with a toxic, narcissistic, abusive person. Like, it very well just might be too late. Like, you don't have to, like I said, at the end of the day, you don't have to accept their behavioral alteration. You don't have to accept the fact they're changing right now, because it might be too late. You still might not change you. Oh, now you're on the way out the door. Now they want to get engaged. Now they want to have kids. Now all of a sudden, we've been engaged for 17 years. You know what? I know you're about to leave me now. Let's go ahead and plan that wedding. Now I was just about to plan that wedding. Damn, guess okay, do it now. 17 years of being engaged for nothing, right? That's how they'll feel. So this is what I'm just saying. Like, you're dealing with a toxic, narcissistic person, abusive person. This is going to be the mindset that a lot of them have right here, y'all. A lot of them are going to share this type of mindset that they think that they can just change their behaviors on a dime, and that you come back and take them back, or But again, the fact that they can change their behaviors on a dime, to me, just shows that it's not real. I don't believe that super fast change is real authentic change. If they change overnight, they wake up the next day and they wake up the next day and their behaviors have changed again. That's how you can tell it's real, y'all. Like, these overnight changes, I don't think are genuine. These overnight changes happen way too quickly for them to be genuine. That's just my thoughts on it right there. I just think fast change is not real. I think it takes a while for people to actually change their behaviors. Consistent change behavior is the only acceptable apology. But again, consistent change behavior too late in the relationship is still going to be too late overall. It could very well be too late for you overall. It could still be too late for you. It could just upset you. It could just, make you angry. It could just make you, what do you call it? Johnny Storm, flame on. It's okay for it to be too late, y'all. Don't beat yourself up because they're making these changes right now and you feel like it's not enough. Like, you've already made your mind up. You don't have to change your mind because they changed their behaviors. But I will say this as well. it's also a unique danger zone in this space right here. There's a danger zone to be in as well, because like if their behavior alterations or their changes are not working, they very well could become dangerous or lash out at you. So that's something you have to consider as well. Think about that type of stuff. Think about that type of stuff on your way out the door and whatnot. Anyway, y'all, thank you for tuning in with me this morning. Y'all know I appreciate y'all rocking with me. We've been rocking I've been doing these morning videos for like 2 months straight now, I think. And people like them. I think if y'all like them, give it a thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like I said at the beginning, check out my kids' book. Remember, it's not your fault. It's to help just help you talk to your kids about certain things, certain issues and whatnot. Like I said, hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications bells. And as always, y'all, mental illness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video. Peace.